So, good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Reverend Tamara Patzer, and this is Create Your Own TV Show. And tonight, we're gathered here today. It's so funny. We're gathered because I want to share some information with you about creating your own webcast TV show or podcast, or whatever questions you may have. I am watching the names pop up here, and right now I can see different people. So for now, I just want to speak a little bit about why I'm excited about TV, online TV, or webcasting. The other day, I actually was interviewed by Carol Wilkinson on her show, and she said, Tammy, what's the difference between a podcast and a webcast? And in my mind, the major difference is typically a podcast is audio, and it's an intro, an interview, or people talking, an outro, and it's audio. And a webcast normally is video and audio, and it can be more formal than what I've done here with this, which is more of a webinar. But obviously, a webcast can either be two people talking, one person talking, and you can either live stream it out or record it for replay later. Where they merge is you can actually make a podcast into a video just by adding an image to that audio. So then it could be played again on Facebook, on YouTube, through any live streaming device. And what I'm really getting excited about, and that I'm going to talk about tonight, is the platform that I have started using called BeeKonnected. And Werner Berger, who's also a TV host on BeeKonnected, is here tonight. So, he can attest to that there is a little learning curve to creating the shows. But once you learn how to do it or have someone help you, you can use the BeeKonnected broadcast platform to grow your audience. And not only do you have a captive audience in the BeeKonnected world, which in my mind is similar to LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram kind of merged, and maybe even a little Twitter in there, merged together, because you can create your own groups, membership sites. Your TV show can be public or private, and you can also use your shows to create income sources. So one of the ways, and this is something that I wanted to make clear, is many people they struggle to figure out, how do I make money from my webcast, my podcast, my being a host of a show, or even being a guest on the show. And there's many ways, but obviously you need to have a functionality of capturing the interest and the leads, or name and email of people, in order to start communicating with them, to have a relationship, because they can come and listen to you. But if you never tell them, hey, come here, then of course you're never going to have that opportunity to keep talking to them and letting them experience what you have to share with them. So it's really important that you start to think bigger than, oh, I want my own show, or, oh, I want to be a guest on a show, because there's just so many opportunities now where if you make a plan, you want to create a marketing plan based around either being a guest, being a host, or the combination. I would say that I am both a guest and a host of different shows, and I've been very active in podcasting and webcasting since about 2015 is when I really embraced it. And it's also when I started to take all of my interviews and I turned them into book chapters, and I started to create multi-author books. My multi-author books are a little different than other people's books because I only have 8 authors per book, and I do use the conversations from my podcast interviews to create the chapters of the book. And then, of course, I do all the marketing and do bestseller campaigns and leverage not only the shows, podcast or webcast, into books, but I repurpose that and use my content over and over again. So I think that's really important. And again, this is just what I would call a foundational piece. Having your own show or being a guest is part of your foundations. And of course, you can leverage that by being a guest on broadcast TV shows like ABC, NBC, CBS, by leveraging using press releases and other methods so that you can multiply your shows out there into the world. So I just wanted to kind of set that foundation for you. So everybody, there's a chat box here, and I bet everybody now knows about that. And Adelson says, I want to know more about using BeeKonnected, and I'm going to talk about that tonight. How many of you would like to know more about BeeKonnected? Go ahead and put a 1 in the box, because I'm going to shift over and show you. I did a little more formal presentation so I could kind of show you what I'm talking about. And good, looks like we've got a pretty good consensus that people want to know more. And so I want to show you that. And again, I want to let you know that many of you, how many of you, put a 2 in the box if anyone's ever talked to you about BeeKonnected before. If it's brand new to you, that's actually good, because if you've ever heard of it, you may have some misconceptions. So I want to clear those up. So Adelson, okay, so Adelson, you're already a member. Kindy's already a member. June, okay, Carol said from me, okay. So if you heard it from me, you don't know much. Because just because me, I got involved through Werner and Heshe Siegel, and when I first heard of BeeKonnected a year ago, it was a totally different scenario, and they were charging like $2.99 a month. Okay, and now it's totally different. So and I never would have ever gotten involved, but when I saw the TV broadcast network platform, I was like, oh my God. It was like I was home. So if you've been looking for a place a safe place where you can learn how to create this webcast TV platform and actually end up making some money, not only from the show and your own products and your own coaching, but also some passive income. That's what it is. This is a really good place to be, because they've really listened to all of the people. And this platform, it's only a year old and it's just come out of beta, and they literally just flipped everything the day after Facebook went black. If that was like, what, a week ago, everything's changed. So there's a few more people who've come on. Hi, Vito. So I always feel like the romper room lady. Hey man, we've got 11 people here. That's always good, the number 11. I do a meditation for my little angel church every Sunday, and I don't do it on purpose, but it always ends. I look when I bring everybody back from their little trip, their visualization, it's always 11:11 on the clock and I don't do it on purpose. I just do it, and it always seems to come out 11:11 no matter what time we start. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share the screen, and we are recording. So I am going to push a button, and let's see here, Microsoft. Yeah. So we should go to my slideshow, play from the start. So again, I preface this whole thing as how to win the race with reach, authority, celebrity, credibility, and expert status. And I look at it, these TV shows and podcasts, as the reach, the authority, credibility, the influence, celebrity, but it's not about your ego. It really is about service, because when you look, I mean, when we were talking earlier, some of you didn't hear some of the preliminary chatter, but the people who want to have their own shows or podcasts are people who have big messages and big missions. And it's so amazing to me that they're always thinking about their people. That's my term for, you might call it their tribe, their people, their community, the people who they're serving, who need to hear the messages. That's why having your own show is so powerful. And it makes you ubiquitous. I love this word, omnipresence. I call it authority omnipresence, because when you have your own show and you leverage it properly, pretty soon people will start to say to you, I see you everywhere. You're everywhere. And if they look you up on Google or Bing or Yahoo, in any search engine, there will literally be layers upon layers of every show that you put out. You'll be connected. It'll be connected to you. It'll be connected to your guests. It'll just grow and grow and grow. And your online footprint just becomes humongous. And again, it's all about laying this really solid foundation that will help you have more impact, influence, and income. And again, a lot of people, I know we all want to help, but we have to get that reciprocal cash flow coming in. And that's one reason why I wanted to talk about this and Be Connected tonight. This is just a little bit about me. I've done a few marketing boot camps. I love Steve Olsher's New Media Summit. I spoke at Harvard. I had a lot of fun speaking at a NASDAQ event, and they put our picture up on the outside of the building, and there I am, just like, thrilled to death that I was in New York City. I come from a little tiny town in Oregon called Philomath, 2,000 people. It was a smaller population than the Titanic. And so New York City, for me, was like, I was one of those, I was the hillbilly walking through the streets, looking up at the buildings. That was me in New York City. So I want to talk a little bit again. Many of you have seen the as seen on, as featured in, and as heard on. And I like to always qualify what this means so that you understand like where I am coming from with all of the stuff that I do, which I do I do distributions on online media, I do my shows, but as seen on, when you say as seen on, that means you were physically on that TV station, meaning I was on a TV news program or on a show. That's what that means if you use it. As featured in means like if I was featured in an article in Forbes, rather in the magazine or online, that's what that means. I was featured in it in some article. As heard on, of course, is typically audio. So you could be as heard on a radio station, you could be as heard on a podcast, or if it's a webcast, you were seen and heard. So then you could say as seen on, you know, a certain podcast. And so if you've been on CNN, ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS, and these are, you're not saying that you were on like the CNN news, you were on CNN, meaning the platform show, the channel. It could have been anything. Normally it's a news program. So I don't know about you, but that Jerry Maguire movie with the show me the money, that always has resonated with me. When he's, you know, stumping up and down and going, show me the money, show me the money. And so I wanted to talk a little bit, about what showing the money, because when you are, again, a host or a guest, it's all about the message and the market. If you're, you know, communicating and you have to have a call to action and you need to automate it, automation has to be the biggest key there is. And of course, the way that you attract people is to give them some free gift or offer, and that may or may not be a discovery call. A lot of times people are afraid to make an appointment with you because they think you're going to sell them. I get a lot of people who want to meet with me and they don't ever show up. And then I get disappointed because when I talk to somebody, what I'm trying to find out is, what do you really want? What do you need? Is it a good fit? I'm not trying to sell you anything, because I'm trying to find out if you really want what you say you want. Because some people say, I want to be on TV, for example, and then you say, okay, so here's how you get on TV. You know, we have to prepare you. We have to come up with talking points. We have to come up with images. Do we have B-roll? Do we have a news angle? Blah, blah, blah. There's all of this stuff. And then, yes, there's a cost involved, because I took 25 years to learn how to do this stuff. So I don't give it away, you know, although I do give a lot of information. And yes, if you want to get on TV yourself, you can get on TV yourself. You just have to figure it out. That's how I did it, you know, is you just figure it out, and it takes years. And then pretty soon, you know, most people go, oh, what do I have more of, time or money? And they normally have more money than they have time. So that's normally how that works. So you always want to have a way to collect the names and emails, and now even phone numbers for the text messaging, because that's the way that you can talk to people. And if they don't want what you have, they just unsubscribe. If they do want what you have, of course, they will open your emails and, oh, I want that. Not today. Whatever it's, you know, is going on. Like today, I reminded people about 6 o'clock this afternoon, because I said, oh my goodness, I know I'm going to give some really good money-making ideas. So even if they don't want anything else I talk about, I might give them an idea about how they could flip their podcast or their shows into something else, like the way I flip my podcasts into books. There's a lot of people who have podcasts and they might have hundreds of episodes and have never done that. And so they're literally sitting on what I call digital gold. So of course you need to communicate, collect the cash, and then rinse and repeat. And this little formula, if you do this, you know, over time, I know I am not one of those people that say, oh yeah, I'm going to help you make $1 million in 2 months, because that's not realistic. But I am somebody who can say, well, you know, if we do this, if we create a show and you show up once a week, that's 52 shows in a year. If you leverage that, you could multiply that show with one press release out to 200 to 500 additional sites, and your online footprint is going to grow. And I can guarantee that people are going to go, whoa, what are you doing? Who are you? I need to know more about you, because that's what happened to me. So this is just kind of like all of the different media. And this is what I want to talk about, is the BeeKonnected. And before I do that, let me just double check to make sure everybody's seeing my screen here. Hey, Allison says that she's originally from, oh, she's in Oregon now. Okay, hey, Heshy's here, great. So this, oops. Okay, there we go. So there's a couple things I want to point out about this image that you're looking at. At the very top, it says BeeKonnected Business Freedom Summit, Saturday, November 13th. This is important. If you are a BeeKonnected member, even at the free level, I believe you may have received an email that said, would you like to speak? Okay. Would you like to speak at this Business Freedom Summit, Saturday, November 13th? If you're somebody who would like to get in front of the BeeKonnected collective of all the members, this is one reason why you need to be a BeeKonnected member, because you can speak at their summits, and the people that are in BeeKonnected are pretty high level people. For example, Marie Diamond just came in. She not only has a show on the BeeKonnected network now, she also has 2 of her classes that are part of the paid membership. And of course, she's very well known for transformation and feng shui and different things. Notice that I have the big blue arrow pointing at 2 shows. Whose shows are those? Oh my goodness, those shows are Tammy's, okay? And if you notice, I want you to just think about this. If this was you, if every single person who's a member of BeeKonnected, when they log in, guess where they go? They go to this front page. And yes, I see myself there, so you would see yourself. But in terms of the featured Live in the Hive and Live in the Hive shows, everyone is going to see that. So right now, if somebody goes into the BeeKonnected and they log in, guess whose shows they're going to see? Mine. They're gonna see the Empowered You, then Expert Profiles with guest Adam Bricker, and then Dr. Anika Sorensen Expert Profiles interview. And then of course I must have had too much, too long of a name. And then on the 20th, there's another show that's my podcast, and you'll notice Heshy Siegel down there, Heshy Presents. And if you keep going, these are the replays. So not only do people get to look at, oh, these are the upcoming shows, but these are the replays. So there I interviewed Werner. I've interviewed Barry Achettle about manifestation. That was a really good interview. There's Heshi with the replay. And notice how it says part 3. And you can actually join my group. I have a podcast club. I have an expert profiles group. Heshi has the connection zone group. And Werner was somewhere in here earlier. But you can actually go into the groups and all of the shows are archived. So you could binge watch somebody's shows if you were really into a certain person and what they have. And Heshi, like, again, she has her shows different parts so that, you know, they're like nice little half an hour shows. So they're not too long, but they're just enough so that you get a bite of information. But these are examples. So think of yourself, like I think Carol said, she does her shows are 15 minutes. I think the interview you did with me was a half an hour, but that's because I'm a talker. and again, the beautiful thing about these shows on BeeKonnected, they can be live or they can be recorded. You do not have to do every single show live in the Hive. They can be recorded, but they can come up as live shows at a designated time. And all of this is using that wonderful thing that we're using right now is Zoom. And again, one of the little secrets that I revealed earlier was to record it live to YouTube. And then when it's time to do your replays, you just go in and get the replay link. You don't have to download anything. And notice at the bottom of the screen where it says quick connect, invite other professionals to connect, you can connect with people from BeeKonnected either using these tools or where you can share your shows out onto other social media, or they provide links. And the links, you can either use them straight, or I always put them into a bit.ly link shortener just to make them prettier, because bit.ly you can do quite a few links free of charge and give them nice names instead of long jumbled characters. So I put this slide in here again because of my show, Expert Profiles, is the show where I do my interviews with people and I then put those interviews into conversations with influencers and innovators, Expert Profiles, and I always do an Amazon bestseller campaign. Yes, they always become international best-selling books. Therefore, if you're part of the Expert Profiles, now you have credentials as a best-selling author. And I always do my press coverage, and you'll get picked up again in the AP Wire. I use a distribution service that goes out to like 500 different high-level online sites. So I do a lot of extra stuff. And then David Adelson, he was someone, he has a show, it's Here We Come. It's like almost like a superhero show because I can hear it. Here we come to save the day. He does peace healing with energy. Now, here's another benefit of being part of BeeKonnected, even as a free member. This is where you get to go live using a top webinar system that we're using right now. And the beautiful thing about it is it gives you 500 webinar attendees, 10,000 attendees on Facebook Live, and that live stream to YouTube. So you can use it in any way that you want. But again, this $12.99 a month is less than the lowest level of this top webinar system that we're using right now. I used to pay $14.99, and this is the level that people typically pay about $140 a month for. So just that alone for me is like, okay, I want that. And of course, the first thing I did when I became a BeeKonnected member was I went and I got my webinar information so that I could start having hundreds of guests if I ever needed them. And the beautiful thing about this level, it'll also automatically transcribe your shows. So you can, of course, record them using video. You can strip the video if you want, or you can and put that out as just an audio podcast, which is how I do my other podcasts, that when I don't use video. But this way you have a webcast or a TV show and a podcast that you can use audio. You can have the transcriptions. The transcriptions alone, if you're using like rev.com, they used to be $1 a minute. Now they're $1.25 a minute. So you're saving at least $60 for an 1 hour transcription. And so there's a lot of benefits just to this one little B benefit right here at the $12.99. Then the groups, I think I told you earlier, I said, well, I can have my own groups. And this is really important because the groups are designed so that whatever your topic, and you can have as many groups as you want. So like me, as you can see, I've got my Blue Ocean Authority, which is my PR group, Expert Profiles, which is the group I use for my expert profile interviews. My podcast club, Both Sides of the Mic, is the group I have for people who are targeting podcasts, either as a host or as a guest. And then I have the book tour, which is a virtual book tour where I invite authors in to do interviews, and I call that actually author interview. And so, but literally I can create as many groups, as I want or need to. And then each group, your shows go into the group channel so that anybody can go in and watch reruns whenever they want. So there is a little bit of a learning curve just to learn all the cool stuff. And I haven't even talked about the connection generator or that, because even though the connection generator, it's kind of like a dating app for business people, that wasn't what thrilled me the most. What thrilled me, got me all excited, of course, was, oh my God, I can have my show and I can be one of the first shows and have as many shows as I want without having to pay for every show. Before BeeKonnected, and I had to pay, and I still do, for my radio shows, meaning my audio, $199 a month plus $50 per show after 5 shows. That adds up. With BeeKonnected, it was a no-brainer, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Even though I paid more than other people because of when I came in, it's still amazing. But here is the education. And many of you may or may not know Tracy Repchuk, but Tracy Repchuk is well known as a trainer. Somebody's not muted. I can't see when I'm in this thing. If everybody can just mute for a minute. She is a superstar trainer, and I've actually, in BeeKonnected, they have more than $40,000 worth of classes. Okay, if you're somebody like me who's paid thousands of dollars in order to take trainings, Tracy's programs, some of them are $497, some of them were the $1997. These are those classes, but they different people literally have donated the classes. Jerry Foster, he normally charges like a couple $1,000s for his building a big brand course. It's in here. There's John Limbacher, I think is his name. He's a very wealthy man, and his program is called ACT is in here. And I know that was at least $997 because he was selling it at a Craig Duswalt event I went to. So there's a lot of really cool training. Here's Marie Diamond's Magical Living, Intuition to Success, Empower Your Presentations, Neurolinguistics, here it is, Analysis, Creation, Traffic, Webinar Cache Creation. The Webinar Cache Creation is one of the courses I took. That's a really good course. But the beautiful thing about this is, again, it's all in BeeKonnected. They really put a lot of thought into making this platform more than just a Facebook where or a LinkedIn or a Twitter. And the really nice thing about BeeKonnected is no trolls, no spammers. The connection generator, again, it's designed to connect you. It's kind of like a dating app for business, I guess, but they connect you to people 6 at a time. The idea is that you reach out to them and you talk to them, and one-on-one. They cannot spot you, use chat bots. That drives me nuts, especially on LinkedIn, because 99% of all of that are chat bots talking to you. On Facebook, a lot of people try to use chat bots, but I don't, for some reason, Facebook chat bots don't bother me as much as LinkedIn, but LinkedIn chat bots to me are just spammy. I think that there's some difference. But anyway, the cool thing about BeeKonnected, again, is they have a free level, and many of you are already free because I know that I invited you and you did become a free member. And then it was like, then you're kind of like, okay, Tammy, now what? And I've been trying to learn it so that I can actually communicate it to you. And then they have a $99 level that includes, I think it's called the Be Pro level, that includes the education and the connection generator. And then they have the ambassador level. It's only $299. And I paid $12.99. Seriously, when I joined, and Heshy can vouch for me, and Werner, I paid $12.99 because I wanted the TV. I wanted that TV broadcast network. And in my mind, I'm going, okay, if I pay $12.99 and it'll pay for itself, within so many months. That's how I justified it. And now, as it's changing, I'm like, whoa. And then now they have more training, like they're going to have this summit. Remember in the beginning when I said, hey, if you want to speak at a summit, obviously you have to be a BeeKonnected member in order to speak at the summit. Okay. I already signed up. I am at 11. You get 10 minutes. I'm at 11:10 right after Tanya Hoffman speaks, who's the CEO. So I grabbed that slot, but the speakers are in 10-minute slots. You can say a lot in 10 minutes. They have these really cool tutorials, group creation tutorial, show creation, Zoom setup for the show creation. Right now, and they say through the end of the year, it's $299, one-time fee. Now think about this. Forget about everything. You can see my hands. Forget about everything about all of the other great benefits. Forget about the connection generator, forget about all of the really cool benefits, and think about it. If all you wanted was the show, and it costs $299 to be able to get your show on a high quality broadcast network with a captive audience. And I know the captive audience is, from what everybody who was here talking, they're your people. They're the spiritual people. They're the entrepreneurs. They're the healers. They're the authors. They're the speakers. They're the leaders. Not only are there individuals, but there's these groups, all kinds of chambers of commerce. There's the women's groups. There's entrepreneurial groups. There's just all kinds of people. And I know that if you're here, they're your people because you're my people. if you get what I'm saying. But it's $299 one-time fee to create your own show. Then here's the thing that I had to wrap my brain around. Then they say, okay, $49 a month. And then you go, okay. And in my mind, I'm going, okay, well, $49 a month and I can have as many shows as I want. That's like, okay, I can do that. But then they said, oh, well, but if you don't want to pay that, if you want to be free for life after the $299, if two people out of all the people that you might expose to this come in paid, you get your BeeKonnected membership and your TV show and all the other benefits free. You still have to pay the $12.99 for that Zoom connection, right? Because that's Zoom. That is not BeeKonnected. That is literally a separate thing, but it's less than what you would pay if you were doing the $140 level or even the $14.99 level. Not to mention that you get all of the training and the education and the connection generator. And then I thought about this for Heshi. I started talking to Heshi about this back when I first joined. Here's the deal. And where I get this, here's the deal, is I used to be a ad traffic manager, and the salesman would go and sell the deal, and he'd call me on the phone and he'd say, here's the deal. And then he'd tell me what I had to do, which was literally gather up all the advertising materials and probably ship them somewhere or call somebody to get them shipped in. So here's the deal. I will help you create your own TV show podcast using the BeeKonnected network. I'll help you create it. I'll help you get your image, your show image. I'll help you set it up. I'll show you all the little nuance hacks that nobody else uses but me, that I figured out because that's the way I think. I will help you create it at no charge. If I were to do this, I would charge at least $2,500 in order to help somebody set up a show and get it all ready to go and produced. So I will show you how to get it set up. I'll help you set it up. I'll even interview you on my Expert Profiles show to introduce your show to everybody. And I'll include your interview in a future edition of the Expert Profiles, and we're up to like volume 16. So this has been going on a while. This isn't just some, one of Tammy's ideas. This one I've been doing a while. We're up to volume 16. And I'll guarantee that that book will become an international #1 bestseller out there in Amazon world. There. So here's how you get this. You have to act now. You have to, if you're already a member, you have to upgrade into that $299 ambassador level. $299, you're saving $1,000. I paid $12.99, and I'm going, well, gee, I paid $12.99. But you know how you feel when they reduce something. But at the same time, it's like, oh my God, I am in the ground floor of this thing. My shows are out there. Every single person gets to see, and they see my name, they see my show, they see my logo, and the exposure is there. And again, if you pay, it's $299 one-time fee to become an ambassador. Not to mention that when you become an ambassador, you also get an opportunity to make money. And that part is not my area of expertise, but I certainly can send you that. And to me, that's gravy. That isn't the reason to do this. For me, the reason is I want to create a podcast. I want to create a TV show. I'd really like to have one-on-one real relationships with people. I'm tired of the trolls. I'm tired of the ads. I'm tired of the bots. I just want real. Seriously, that's how I feel. I just want some reality. I just want some real. So again, if you get 2 people who want it, then it is free. Okay. There's my friend Carissa and that. And what I'm looking for is I actually took the time and I'm looking for my, I had the links and now they've seemed to disappear. But I see I'm going to undo the screen here and I'm going to read what people are saying to me here. Let me see here. So, hi, everybody. Let's see. And while I'm looking, Heshi, hey, there's Luana. Hey, Luana. Let me see here. Heshi Siegel, free members cannot speak. They must be at the ambassador level. Okay, so Heshi just clarified that. Allison, whenever you see me blow my mouse, that's because my mouse is slow and I'm trying to make it speed up. Let's see, Allison, do you have to interview BeeKonnected? No. Here's the cool thing. Let's say that you've got all these shows in your archive, and this is for all of you. Let's say you've got shows. They could even be shows of you being a guest if you wanted. You could upload those, and those could become part of your archives and part of your groups. Not only that, but they have a really robust profile system where you put your profile in and you can upload all kinds of videos into your profile. And that way people, when they go look you up, they can see that. But back to that question, you do not have to interview BeeKonnected members. They can be anyone you choose, but it's a really good way to invite people to get the Be Connected experience. If you remember back when Facebook was first on, you kind of found Facebook, and you might tell your friends or your mom, or like you got your mom to join Facebook because she wanted to see pictures of the grandkids, and then pretty soon you go, oh my God, there's my best friend from high school. And you started to figure stuff out. Well, Be Connected is kind of like at that beginning level, but your mom's not going to ever be on Be Connected. But business people will be, entrepreneurs will be, like-minded people will be, but you're never going to have ads. You're never going to have trolls. And you're going to be able to control your shows because they can either be private or they can be public. So you actually, there's some stuff in the future coming up where if you're somebody who wants to have courses or trainings, but have them be private, but on the platform, you can do that. You can lock it down or you can open it up. You can upload. You can either upload your replays if you have them housed at Vimeo or YouTube. I can show you all the little nuances about how to do pre-recorded shows, how to do replays, how to set the time. It's once you've done it a couple times, you'll be like, this is simple. You'll be able to do it. And again, consistency is the cue. Hindi, let's see. I joined just for unlimited time on Zoom. Didn't realize I could use it for so many other times. Oh, yeah. Hindi, part of my offer, I guess, if you want to call it an offer, I will show everybody all of the cool things you can do with this Zoom. Like I'll show you where things are hidden because sometimes I'm one of those snoopy people, I push buttons and some people are afraid to push buttons. I'm like, well, if I blow it up, I'll just close it down and go back and look again. But I'm going to show everybody not only what I've discovered about Zoom as a TV platform that you can use. It doesn't have to be on Be Connected, but it certainly works really well on Be Connected, and I suggest you use Be Connected. I'm going to show everybody how to use it. I'm going to help you set up your show, produce your show, interview you on my show, help you do what I call the transformational interview questions, because I've got a formula on how to help not only the podcast host, but the podcast guest develop their questions so that it helps your audience have that transformation as you speak, so they want to do business with you. So I've done a lot of work on interviews and podcasts, and I really like my expert profiles conversations with influencers and innovators, because it's open to everyone. My women innovators obviously is only women. Author interview, you have to be an author. I even have a show called Optimal Health where, of course, it's related to health. Let me see. Can the transcription be done with the $14.95 account? To tell you the truth, Adelson, I'm not 100% sure. Because if it was available, I was not aware of it when I had that level. But definitely with this $12.99 one, through the Be Connected platform, you definitely have the transcription feature. And has she answered that question? Also, has she, did you do, let's say that you paid your $14.99, and there's still time on it from whenever you convert. I got $11 in change back when I switched over, and I don't remember there being any big issue. I just went and signed up, and I think it was all automatic. All of a sudden I had $11 in my account. Carol, can you do this on a free membership, or do you have to be an ambassador? You cannot. You can get the Zoom, but you cannot have a TV show unless you're an ambassador. They have a free level, a B Pro level for $99, and that basically includes the connection generator and the education. The only level that has everything, including the TV show, is the $299 level. And I will, Carl and Amy say they want to sign up. Yeah, what happened, I got to find my link because I put it into my presentation and I guess I didn't save it. So that's the reality of, I think that's what happens. Let's see. If I'm a nonprofit, do I have to pay to be an ambassador? There is a system, but this offer is designed for people who are ambassadors. Let's see. Lawana, I have a paid Zoom for the year. Can it be transferred here? What will happen is you get, if you've already paid for it, I'm not 100% sure if you just say, oh, do my $12.99, for a year, and then they refund the difference, or I'm not 100% sure how it works, but yes, you just change your Zoom and then you get refunded whatever that is. Let's see. Werner, can I pre-record a show and invite people to see it at my regular time? Can I introduce it and then run it for my audience? I know that you can do a pre-recorded call or show. I know that you can do a pre-recorded show. I'm not 100% sure about if you can do a live introduction and then the pre-recorded. If you did, I'd have to think about it, because I normally, one way that you could do it is, even though it's pre-recorded, you could be there and monitor and talk to people as they're watching. I know you can do that, but I'm not 100% sure if you can do a live intro and then go to a pre-recorded show. Okay, let me, Heshi, could you do me a favor? Can you unmute yourself, Heshi?
Yes, I'm going to look for your, I think it's authority footprint BeeKonnected.
Oh, no, that's not correct. I'm going to go get it right now. Like I said, I had literally pasted all this stuff in. If you could talk to them about your experience with the shows and how you use your show for a minute, I'd really appreciate that.
Sure. So I don't know whether it doesn't let me show my person, but that doesn't make any difference. When I started my show, I was pretty nervous about it. And even though I talked to Tammy, she got her show up first. So it kind of put me on the well, if Tammy can do this, I better do this. And she walked me through it and she showed me how to do it. And she's been totally awesome. What happened for me with my show was that I had pretty much stopped my speaking and started doing other things. And when I started my show, it like all came back to me. I was so excited and I realized how much content I had. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've got enough to do a show for a year or two or 10. And then I had a second show and a third show that I wanted to do. So as soon as you get started and you decide what you want to do, I promise you, it's like making a commitment and having Providence move. It just happens for you. It is totally awesome. It has made me really disciplined about what I have to do and when I have to do it, and reconnecting with people because I teach connection. And it's been a wonderful way to be back in touch with people and to share the information with them and then encourage them to put their own shows up, because we all have so much information inside our heads, especially for those of us who have been training and speaking for years, that it's kind of unfair if we don't put it up there to share our information and show other people how they can do the same thing, because this is all based on collaboration. And I have found this absolutely an awesome platform. Tammy, I don't want to keep going if you found the link.
Okay, I'm putting the link into
Okay.
the box for everyone. I just really wanted everybody to know because I mean, you know, I've been hanging out a lot with grandbabies lately, so I don't have my adult interaction as much as I used to, but I really, honest to goodness, am excited about this because it's like I'm in at the ground floor of something. It's one of those opportunities where it's like, oh my God, I actually arrived at the right time. And all of these people will see my show and have the potential to listen to my show and get to know me. And I talk to these amazing people. I mean, I have interviewed many of you who are here today. And now I know that I can interview all of you about what your big message and your big mission is, because that's what my calling is. My calling is I'm supposed to help people. I'm the messenger's messenger. I'm supposed to help you get the word out about what you're doing and be connected. When I learned about it from Heshi, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the platform where I can have the shows. I can help other people have shows. I can help people get the big message and big mission out and get them that influence and that impact and help them get the money coming in. Because I think that's, again, and I haven't even touched on that aspect of it. And, you know, we can talk about that more. But again, that isn't why I think, you know, the money part is like, again, it's the gravy. The show, being able to create something for your audience, for you to provide a service, and for you to have a method of getting it out there and growing your audience, growing your platform, growing your business foundation is what is key here. So I sent everybody the link. And again, my offer, you have to make up your mind. Money loves speed. And I used to not even understand what that meant. I give it every time I hear that, I go, what does that mean? What does that mean? But what it means is that sometimes opportunity knocks and you have to say yes, or you say no. And right now, what I said was, okay, if you make the commitment to create your show, I will help you create your show. I'll give you all the pieces. I'll let you inside my brain and I'll help you. And I will even help you to the point where I'll interview you on my established show, put you in my book, make you an international bestseller, and help leverage you so that you'll have the best possible start. But you have to say yes. You can't go, oh, I'll think about it, maybe, waffle, waffle, waffle. Because what I find is that when you don't make a decision, you're not making a decision. And this is a good opportunity. And again, like I said, I paid $12.99. But I'm happy about it now because I made a commitment, and now I can say, hey, I know how this thing works, and I can help you make it work for you the way I'm making it work for me. So that's what I've got. So if anybody has any questions, you can, I'll unmute everybody, or you can unmute yourself, because I'm pretty sure I've said everybody can talk. Let's see. So everybody, if you want to ask questions, feel free. All you have to do is unmute yourself. Lawana, do you have a question?
I was just thinking, there's so much involved. I'm with another group, and I didn't want to cause a conflict, so I was trying to find out if she's maybe part of this. I've never heard her say anything, but I wouldn't want there to be a problem. Do you know?
Okay. I don't know everybody, but whoever it is, you can ask them. And if they are part of it, talk to them. And so just ask them. Like I said, whoever, I mean, if you needed my help in any way, of course, you can always ask me questions. But as far as this goes, my offer of doing all of the show and stuff is, again, you may already have this, or some of the people here I know are free members. That is one thing. If you find out, ask your friend, because I don't know everybody who's in BeeKonnected. Find out, and if not, just join through me. And you can start as a free member. I mean, but you're not going to be able. The only way you can have a show is at the $299 lifetime one-time charge. $49 a month, unless you have two people who come in paid at any level. And 99.9% of all people know two people who would love the opportunity to have access to that education, to the connection generator. And again, for me, it was all about the show.
Yeah, I'm interested in this show as
Yeah.
well, and it sounds really great. Um, I'm also a kind of person that if I commit to you, I, you got my loyalty, and that's why I need to make sure that it's
Yeah.
not a conflict between the two if she's
Yeah,
in it.
no, because I have a lot of people who I've invited who are free members, and
Hmm.
it's possible they could even be a free member,
Hmm.
that I don't even know about, because I really only invited. I'm experimenting. You know how it is when I'm one of those types.
Hmm.
Where I
Hmm.
go, okay, I'm going to do a webinar, and I show up and I give it, So,
Yeah,
but find out, and then
I
just
will because I'm
I'll help
actually
you.
sold. I mean, the TV thing, you got me on that.
Oh my God,
So,
seriously, I have looked in. Believe me, when I do my due diligence, I do my due diligence. And I have looked at many opportunities for networks and everything, and most of them want monthly, hundreds of dollars every month. They want you to pay high production fees. Like, for example, my radio network, I am charged a minimum of $500 just to set up the account for a show, and then an additional $50 a month. Well, that adds up.
It does.
And so
Which would brings me to another point. What about things like intros and outros? Is there fees for that? And
the beauty of this is you technically don't need an intro and an outro
oh,
for the
really?
shows unless you want to get fancy. And I can talk to you about that. But like, for example, my background here, I made it using either PowerPoint or Canva. Heshi, I helped Heshi make her graphic for her show, for her what we call a cover art, and that was done in Canva. And what we did is we played with it until she was happy with what the look and feel of it. But there's so many different ways. But again, in my opinion, let's get it started. And like Heshi said it, I got my show, I probably was on the air a couple days after I joined BeeKonnected. And Heshi took a little while longer, but both Heshi and Werner, here's where the game gets, the winners always win because of consistency. Heshi and Werner, consistent every week. They are there with the show. Heshi's show, she does a half an hour and it's just her. She's not even interviewing people, but she provides such value that she's got people like that on, asking her questions, interacting with her, showing up. She even has someone in Italy who she helped with the show, teaching Italian. I mean, so the shows are really cool. So,
that's good to know it's international.
Oh yeah, 72
since I've started meeting people in other countries.
72 countries are represented in BeeKonnected, and definitely you want to become an ambassador so that you can get on that business summit, that business freedom business summit on the 13th of November, because there will be people again from all over the world, not to mention the people at the higher levels are very well connected.
No comment.
So it's like, what do they say? The 7 degrees of separation, and you want to be, in a good crowd. The BeeKonnected, again, no trolls, no spammers, no ads. It's a safe place
right now, and
That's good.
Sponsored.
That's good. Okay. Hashi is the one who I was connected with. So I guess I have to go through her.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And because Heshi was the person who brought me in, I'll work with Heshi to determine how we can help you. So that's
okay. Okay. Hashi, I have to go to a meeting that I cannot get out of. It lasts about an hour to an hour and a half. Would that be too late to call you?
You're 3 hours apart.
I'm in California.
It might be a little bit late, but we could talk first thing in the morning or text me when you're done, because I just sent you a message, but I don't want to take up Tammy's time here.
Okay. All right.
So anybody else? Oh, hand raised. Adelson, you have your hand raised.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I was paying attention. I saw that little hand.
You know what? I felt it was the best way of doing it. My question is, at the moment, it's not financially feasible for me to do the ambassador. But I know I can connect with people on BeeKonnected as a free member. What else can I do as a free member? Can I be interviewed on shows, or do I still have to be an ambassador to be interviewed?
What I would do is I would reach out to the shows, to the host of the shows, use the connection generator. You could connect up to 10 people
Okay.
free. They do limit you when you're a free member, but so you have 10 free connections. So my advice would be to look at the existing shows, make
Okay.
the connections with those people and see if they're interested in interviewing you.
Okay.
And then you know, go from there.
Okay.
And see.
Also, right now, I'm so involved with my podcast that I really don't have the bandwidth to start a TV show at the moment.
What I would do, here's how I would look at that podcast situation, is keep your podcast, record it on Zoom.
All of them are on Zoom.
Okay, so and their video?
I've got everything.
Okay.
I haven't used the video yet, but I'm looking at creating a YouTube for it.
Okay, so what I would do, I mean, why BeeKonnected is something for you is you literally could, how many episodes do you have?
Hold on. Got a couple of minis. Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got about 20 episodes and I'm still recording. Plus I have a second one with a co-host.
Okay, so
about a dozen episodes.
The reason why that $299 investment for you should be something you should figure out how to do is all of those shows you could upload into the BeeKonnected, and you can literally set them, set up a schedule for them to be released, and they would show up in the upcoming live in the Hive. And then all those people coming in, they're going to see your shows or upcoming live, even though they're already done. Okay. And then all of those people you've interviewed, now you can go talk to them about, hey, your show is going to be on the BeeKonnected, and invite them to become a member, and they can become a free member or a paid member. Right.
And it's interesting. You interviewed Carissa. I've interviewed her twice.
Yeah, Carissa.
On both of my podcasts.
Yeah, I've interviewed Carissa many times. She was actually in Expert Profiles, and I've done additional work with her.
Yeah, and I just sent her a connection request.
Yeah, she's one of my clients. Yeah.
Amazing. I adore her.
She is really good. Yeah. So that's what I would do. Yes.
Okay. Tammy, can I add something for Adelson and others?
Yeah.
I have a number of people who have said even the $299 is difficult for them right now. And we've all gone through some tough times for the last couple of years. And I'd like, Adelson, for you and any others who might be in this position to think about the following. You have to think about the benefits that you're going to get through this. And if you reach out to 3 people who might be in your boat and they sign in as ambassadors, you get not only your money back, you have lifetime for free because the $49 goes away, and you actually have a little bit of money left over. So if I were like in that position and I had the ability to go with Tammy and say yes, because what she's offering is, I think I told her I thought she was crazy, but Tammy loves serving, and I think that's awesome. But don't let a deal with Tammy go out, especially at this.
Yeah, you're right.
If I could, I would do it in a heartbeat, but right now, even the $299, it's not available to me. So at this moment.
Well, again, it could be there tomorrow. You know, that $12.99 This is how the universe
Yeah.
works. When Heshi when Heshi introduced, I had nothing. And all of a sudden I get a letter in the mail from State Farm going, how come you haven't cashed this check? I'm going, what check? And they said that they had sent me a check for like $1,200 and some dollars a year before, and I never cashed it. So I looked all over, couldn't find it. And so I wrote them a letter because they sent a letter. And it turns out that they had sent me a check for some accident that my son had been in, to fix something. And I just never even knew it because I guess they send it in an envelope that looks like a bill. So I never opened it. But it turned out it had a check in it. And so that check came, and that was how I was able to spend that $12.99. So think about it. I opted, it was $12.99, $1,299 versus the $299. And it just magically showed up, just like, out of the blue. So sometimes things happen, but again, keep in touch.
Definitely.
And
Well,
let
we're
me
connected
know.
on Facebooks, and we're now connected on BeeKonnected. So
Yeah, because you joined as a free member, so
Yep.
hey, that you're already 99% of the way there. And you can literally look at what the shows are and kind of get a feel for it. And then who knows, you might if you know some people that might be good, might be people who might want to be on BeeKonnected members, it might open a bunch of doors for you.
excellent. Thank you.
Okay. So anybody else have,
Tammy, yes, I would like to ask.
Okay. Oops. Where'd you go? Was that you, Heshi?
Okay, it's me, Hindi.
Okay. Oh, Hindi. I'm sorry. I saw the H.
So what you're offering is really phenomenal. My only hesitation is I have to commit to myself that I'm going to do this on a weekly basis or whatever. Otherwise,
a monthly, it doesn't necessarily have to be weekly. It could be monthly, it could be whatever you want. For you, I think don't you have interviews on other shows also?
I do.
What you could do something with, the Hindi energy show. And then you could also go and get some of the interviews you've done with other people and upload those and buy yourself time. But what I think you're going to find is if you look at this as part of your marketing for your business, I know you've got your automation system. I know that you know what you want to do. So all you have to do is, again, remember Carol. She said her interviews are 15 minutes long. The thing about these shows, they don't have to be half an hour, an hour. They can be 5 minutes. They can be a tip. They can be just 2 minutes. They don't have to be anything that's big and long. They literally can be short things.
Well,
So
actually, what I was thinking of this for is, I have my non-for-profit, forget about that for a second, but I started that non-for-profit, The Art of Empowerment, really was to help. It was children of Holocaust survivors or children of trauma. And as you were talking, I thought, wouldn't this be a great way to do interviews? And those interviews would be transcribed that could then turn into a book.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, so my only other question then is the monthly commitment. If I had people who only signed up for the $12.99, is that
You mean for the free?
not free? When they pay the $12.99 a month,
That's for the Zoom.
that's for the
That's
Zoom.
totally separate.
Okay.
That's what that is that's actually a benefit of being a BeeKonnected member. You get that discounted rate on
Okay.
that service. So that doesn't have anything to do with BeeKonnected other than as a member, a free member or a paid member, you get that benefit.
Okay, so in order to get the free monthly, somebody has to sign, two people have to sign up for the ambassador package. Is that what it is?
No, there's another package that's $99, which is it's called the Bee Pro, which that one, you get the education and the connection generator. And again, there's nothing wrong with that package. It's just that it does not include the TV show. And so that's why I like the $2.99 one, because you get everything. Plus you get you make money from anybody who does sign up. You know, there is some income, passive income coming in.
Okay.
But
so then I will go ahead and commit, because I love you, Tammy. And I know that you put your heart and soul into whatever you do. And so I am ready to just say yes.
Okay, good. Well, and like I said, I will help you get all this set up, and I know enough about your background and about what you have that I know how to help you connect the dots. Perfect. So that you can, both your for-profit and your nonprofit can benefit, because I can see, I agree with you that those interviews could be very powerful, and you could turn them into a book. And again, that book could in turn become a way to generate some publicity for your nonprofit and for all of those people, and attract some positive things too. So there's a lot of good stuff.
Perfect. So I am signing up as we speak.
Good.
And looking forward to it.
Good. Well, you are the ideal person for BeeKonnected Network, because like Marie Diamond, when she brought in all of her people, those people are going to be attracted to you. So your people are literally waiting for you in the BeeKonnected platform. The same for Adelson, the same for Carol and everybody here. Your people are literally there going, hey, where are you? You know, they're waiting for you to give them all that cool, your energy, you know, work and everything. And I mean, yeah, thank you, Hindi. I appreciate it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody should hesitate working with Tammy. You're giving this away. It's a gift from your heart. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, I thought of, and Heshi can vouch, I've been talking about this ever since I joined, but it took me a while to process it and to just say, do it. So this is an example of, what is it called? Imperfect action, where you just say, okay, I'm going to just throw this out there and let the universe take care of it and move it all forward. Because I think I really can see how BeeKonnected is going to become this really positive platform, and now is the time. You want to be in it before it gets too crowded because you want to be the leader. I call, we're all light leaders. So I think it's important. Thank you so much.
Perfect. I'm excited.
Thank you. Thanks, Cindy.
Yep.
So anybody else? Susan, Carol, I think Carl's gone, but I think Amy might be there, but I'm not 100%.
How do I talk? Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Tammy. Yes, it's Amy. I'm signing up tonight.
Okay, good.
And thank you so much for this. It's so amazing. What is the next step?
When I see everybody who signed up, I'm going to send everybody you're going to get stuff from BeeKonnected, but you're going to hear from me, and I'm going to send you hey, this is what I want you to do. And then let's meet to discuss how we're going to get you started. And this is Tuesday. So we could still probably meet this week and get everybody rolling right away in the next couple days. And I'll give you a list of, what I'll need to help you, and we'll get your show, I'll send you all of the BeeKonnected, what they've provided for training, but I'll give you my training because the way I do it is like 1, 2, 3, not, I like my method better than theirs, because I figured it out. So that's what we'll do. So congratulations and thank you. I'm so glad. I was so happy when I heard from you and Carl the other day. Carl took the extra step to get in because I guess somehow I had made it so you had to register in a weird way. So thank you so much, Amy. And I'm glad you guys are going to have a show.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Susan? Carol, you there?
Hi.
Tammy,
Hi. Yes.
I'm here. Hi.
answer Susan's question first.
Yes, Susan?
Actually, I don't have any questions, so thank you very much. It was very enlightening.
Oh, good. Well, I hope if you have any more questions, after we're done, feel free to reach out, and I'll try to answer. And, so I'm happy that you came. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tammy,
Yes?
I just wanted to add for anyone who's on the line that you and Werner and I have been acting as a team. So this is a time when anyone who signs in will be really totally supported. There's lots of times you sign into something and you don't think you're going to get the support, or you actually don't get the support. This is not that kind of team. Tammy and I have been partnering, since the day she signed in or even before. So no matter, if you're signing in with Tammy, and I know there are people on here who have signed in with me, we're all working together. So you never will have to worry about not getting the support you need.
That's true. Like I said, I know some of you, but not all of you. So, I just go, well, okay. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. And I've been talking to Heshi and Werner about all this stuff since day one. So this is our the first time that I actually got to express, I guess, my thrill of how much I love my shows. And because this is up my alley, I guess is a good way to put it. This is what I like. I get all excited over, hosting and talking about hosting and seeing the shows grow and the audiences and everything. So it's really exciting. So I think we're probably, if nobody has any more questions, everybody's got the links. And if I were to give an assignment, I would just say, go, after you sign up, go in and just explore and play with it. And the first thing you want to do is create your profile. and, make that profile as robust as you can, because that's how other people will know more about you. And then we'll go more into the show development and everything. So you'll hear from me tomorrow.
I have a question.
Yes, Carol.
Tonight you would need the $2.99 plus the $49. Is that how it works?
No. The way it works is they when you sign up as an ambassador, it's $299, and then I think it's 30 days. Has she?
Yes, it's 30 days.
And the beautiful thing about that is if you get those 2 or more people, you would never ever have to pay that $49.
Now that $2.99 would entitle me to get other speaking involved with other.
Once you, right. So when you become an ambassador, you will immediately qualify, and I'll send you actually the, I think what you do is you click on that, remember that banner I showed you? When you become an ambassador, click on that banner, and what you'll see is, I think there's a little video they want you to watch, and then another button to apply. But I will make sure that Tanya Hoffman knows. And what they have is like a spreadsheet with times, and you literally are able to go in and choose a time slot. And then they have a private group for all of the speakers, and you tell them what you're going to speak about. And then at some point they're actually going to be selecting like keynoters out of everybody. But they literally just opened this up yesterday. And I know that when I put my name in, there were maybe 6 or 7 people, and now there's a lot more. But yeah, that would be a great opportunity for you, and for you too, Hindi, for anybody, everyone, all of you need to make sure that you apply to speak at that summit, because it's great exposure. It'll all be recorded, and it'll be a great opportunity. That's why I jumped on it.
I have a question. Sorry. So when I signed up, I think I've signed up, it has taken me to what says quick connect, invite other professionals to connect. Does that mean I'm already connected and I'm in?
When you, I'm not sure, Hindi, because I can't see it, but.
And it asked me if I want to share it and paste in the chosen platform. Do I need to, is that what I need to do?
You can do that. You can share the BeeKonnected to your social media or to your Gmail. And so that's how you can share out and invite people in. But since I can't see it, I'm not 100% sure how.
I just want to confirm that it went through, and that's why I have this message.
Possibly, but I would check your email.
I see. Okay.
And see what it says. Carl and Amy, what is the best for us to choose as our username? I don't think it matters, but you could do Mind Flavors if you wanted. I don't really think it matters what username you use, because nobody really sees that.
Okay, that's my question really. Was anyone going to see it? So that's perfect. Okay.
I think if you mask your links, nobody would see it. But if you use a bit.ly link, then nobody would see it. But it does, like mine says TamaraPatzer.BeeKonnected.com. So maybe people do see it.
Tammy, can I address that?
Yes.
Your username actually is very important, because everyone sees it. So mine is heshiconnects.beeconnected.com. And I chose that because it's what I teach. So if that's your program, that would be a very good username to use. So I
Oh,
definitely,
thank you so much. So you're saying if our program is Mind Flavors, use Mind Flavors.
yeah, mindflavors.beeconnected.com. Your password, of course, will be different, but definitely if you want people to know what you're known for, then yes, do that. And there was another question,
Thank you.
Tammy, that you had just said you were going to check on, and I wanted to answer that. Someone just asked a question before.
What Hindi was asking about the connects.
I'm not
Oh.
sure. I'm not sure if it went through because when I used your link and I went to pay, I put, my credit card information, and then when I put my email, it says already a member, log in here.
Oh,
So I
Hindi.
clicked. Yes.
Hindi, you will need to go to the Me tab, unless you've already done that, where it will say upgrade. Because you're a free member, you have been a free member, you just go to the Me tab and it'll tell you to upgrade. You need to fill all of that out, and you need to make sure that you there's something back there that you have to approve, because otherwise you'll have to go back and do some more filling out, and I'd be happy to go over that with you, but I know you want to do
Because
that tonight.
Because I want to be sure that then Tammy gets the credit, right?
Right. So
Yeah.
let's see here. Yeah, because you're already a free member. Let's see, what are you under? Hindi Stegman at Gmail is a member. You're number 1403. And I guess if you look under, there's a tab that says me. And mine doesn't say anything about upgrading because I'm already upgraded, I imagine.
A tab
Okay.
that says me.
Yeah, at the very top, if you log in,
I'm logged in. I logged in.
at the very top, it says me.
At the
It's
very
like-
top, it says member dashboard.
Okay, so
And then I see my name.
okay,
I see Business Freedom Summit. Click here.
okay, so up above that, it should
There's
say me.
nothing. No. Wait a minute. I have to click the three dots, maybe. Me, okay. ME, that's what you want me to do? Okay.
Yeah, and
And
then does it have a place that says upgrade?
Excuse me, Tammy.
Yes, it does.
Tammy, I need to run.
Okay,
I need to have your questions because I don't even know if I'm even in Be Connected. I had a problem before, so let's connect and let me get, because I need to run.
okay, so how about we connect tomorrow, Carol?
Connect with me tomorrow because I have a couple questions and then.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds good.
All right. Thanks, sweetie. Great.
Yeah,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank
I'm
you
gonna
so much.
click the ambassador, become an ambassador,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay. I'll put my credit card information, but where does it ask me your information?
It should automatically be, you're already a member under me, so
Oh,
you don't need to worry about it.
oh, okay. All right.
Because the way they have it set up is that everybody who comes in, even if they're free, it's connected to you or me.
Okay.
If everyone, so that means when they upgrade, they automatically become now a paid member under me. So we're good.
Got it. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, I'm so excited, Hindi. That's really exciting that you're gonna take this. It's just it is the perfect step to connect to what you've already done, you know, and I've known you since what, 2016. So this is like boom, 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 you know, it's just like part of the progression. So it's perfect. So Amy, do you have any more questions?
Thank you so much, Tammy. I'm just putting this in here. So could I change my username later, or is it done deal?
Heshi, do you have an answer?
Well, it's really hard to change your username. So I would say use it for now, and then let me see what I can do with support. That's the one thing I say to people. When you choose a username, choose the one that you think you'll use forever. But we'll see what we can do, Amy.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just,
Like I just used my name. So
Yeah.
well, I think Mind Flavors is a good idea, but I guess the question, Tammy, the last question here is it better to use the username for our program, like what we're known for, this technology, or should the username be the name of my show?
What's well, are you going to have more than one show?
Probably, yes, yes.
So it's probably better to use your umbrella name, because remember, you can have unlimited groups. So you could have 10 different shows if you wanted, you know, or 10 different groups. I mean, there's a lot of flexibility, I think is a good way to put it.
Okay, because when people hear Mind Flavors, they're not going to know what that is. So is the username something to like a keyword to attract their attention?
Shouldn't the username be you? So you are the brand and you can do anything under your name, under the umbrella of your name?
Yeah, so should it be Amy Hunselman?
Well, the reason why I thought Mind Flavors was good because that's your business name, right?
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
And I mean, I guess it depends on how you want. I mean, because really the only time people are going to see that is if you use it as the raw link when they're coming in.
Okay, okay.
Because again, I make mine normally into bit.ly links just so that I can track it.
Okay. Thank you. I think Mind Flavors is best then.
That would be my initial, I guess, inclination, is to give you an umbrella, you know, and then go from there.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck?
It says all affiliates must agree to the terms and conditions before. So I clicked the terms and conditions. I've agreed to it. And on the top, it says select language, and English is not an option.
It's automatically English.
Well, all I know is Hindi. Right now it says that you're a qualified ambassador. So it says it's
Okay,
recognized you.
Okay, so I'm not going to try to keep continuing then.
I mean, English, I don't think you need to worry about the language.
Okay, so if I'm a qualified ambassador, then thank you. I don't know that it's done then, right?
I guess according to this, am I right, Heshi?
Yeah, if it shows up that you're a qualified ambassador, you've done what you need to do.
Perfect. Yay.
And then tomorrow, or when the first thing, you may have already done it, but make sure that you fill out your profile and get that, you know, upload, you know, your picture and all your information. You may have already done it.
I may not have.
But that's what I'll send out a thing. Like I said, the most important thing now is get that profile set up, and then I'll set up an appointment to go over getting all the needs for the show.
Okie dokie.
Tammy, if you don't need me, I'm going to go. But if you do, I want everybody to know that they can reach out to me. They can reach out to Werner. We'll be available. if they need something from support and they're not going to reach out to you or me, they just do support@BeeKonnected.com. That's the way to get everybody's attention quickly, because the support that you'll see at the bottom right of most of the pages, that's like a bot, and they don't always have the answer. So if I need something, I just reach out to support. But Tammy, you could give them my information, because you're all part of the same team now, and I want to make sure that if anyone has questions, that Tammy's the whiz at the shows and everything else, but I really know a whole lot about.
You want to know about the money? You want to know about the money part? Talk to Heshi.
Oh no, it's more than the money. You put it so perfectly. It's really about having your show, and
to me, it really is.
Yeah.
But there is again. That's one of it's the monetization that is really, that we all want for our shows. And there's a good opportunity there. So, I mean, I have to just learn more about it. But yeah, I'm done. And I'll reach out to everybody tomorrow. And so you're good, Hindi, right? Because it says
I'm good. Okay, I'll look at it tomorrow. And thank you. And I'm excited, ladies, to be working with both of you.
Oh, I know, I'm excited. You can tell I've been hanging out with babies.
Tammy has said so many good things about you. I just can't wait until we meet in person. Because
where are you?
Hindi that.
Heshi, where are you? Where are you?
I live in Yardley, Pennsylvania. I'm on the border of Trenton, New Jersey, and I'm like, depending on traffic, anywhere from 35 minutes to an hour and a half from Philadelphia.
Okay, so I'm in Fort Lauderdale, and the winter is coming, and I'm sure you need to get out of New Jersey.
Oh, I'll just definitely come if that's an invitation.
Well, now that we're connected, mi casa, su casa.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
What the heck?
And Amy and Carl, I think you're in California, right?
We're in Arizona.
Arizona, okay. I just remember both of you. I remember there was something about you two when I first met you. I just remember I kept seeing you everywhere I went.
We missed doing the live event last year.
Yeah, I'm glad that we reconnected. Okay, well, I'm going to say good night and thank you so much for jumping and like in that movie, man, show me the money. I'm excited because now I can give my gift. I can help everybody leverage that and get those shows on. And I'm really excited about it. So thank you.
Good night,
Thank you, Tammy, so much.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Night.